Hi everyone, my name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States, which is midday in Australia or 1 a.m. if you're in the UK. Do remember, if you do miss the live streams, you can watch them at any time under the videos section of my Twitch page. I hope you guys and girls are well. It's good to see you, Smurfberry Barbecue, Mr. Squarepeg, Sniper Girl, and Sniper Echo. All you guys and girls in the chat, nice and early. Good to see you. Hope you're all well. Sniper Girl, I hope the job is going well. Early bird specialist, Smurfberry says, that's right. Sniper Girl is currently at Volition, so will probably be lurking most of the stream. Cool. And how is everyone doing, as Mr. Squarepeg says? Doing really well, Sniper Girl says. Doing awesome here, as Mr. Squarepeg says. It's good to see you, Sniper Echo. Sniper Girl says it's going well. Still there currently. It's only the second day, isn't it? Reviewing game docs and seeing the game. Ah, cool. Can you give us any spoilers? It's okay, I know if you can't. But that's so cool. I bet you're stoked. So the move went okay and everything? You didn't have any, that all went smoothly? I know moving is a pain, a major pain. But it's good to see you're doing well. And they haven't thrown you in at the deep end, which is good. There can always be a problem sometimes with some studios. They want to get stuff done quickly, so they don't give you a lot of time to acclimatise. Sniper Girl says, yes, working on a Saints Row game. That's all I can say. That's all I can spoil due to previous publisher announced that. Cool. Well, there you go. Sniper Girl's working on Saints Row game. That should be so cool to be working on. It's going to be great for your portfolio. And I know you wanted to work for a game studio for a very long time, so well done. I hope you're enjoying it. Getting to know all your other people in the studio as well, all your other teammates and stuff. It's always fun. And I said to you guys last week, actually, anyone new to my channel who doesn't know me, I used to work in games development. Then I went to work in film. Now I work in Arch Viz, but I'm actually working for a game studio again, making the House on the Hollow game. And I didn't realise how much I missed doing games development until I started working on the game again. Because I've been out of games. Last time I worked for a game studio was 8-9 years ago, probably, maybe longer. Yeah, and I didn't realise just how much fun it can be until I started going back to it. Sniper Girl, I'm doing really well. Sniper Echo says to Mr. Squarepeg, hey. Sniper Girl says trying a ton of people work here. Yeah, it depends on the studios, to the size, I guess, and to how friendly everyone is, or how much you interact with other departments, other areas within the studio. Sniper Girl says, in relationship to names. Okay, it can take a while to remember everyone's name. Particularly a large studio. Still, I mean, I'm assuming when they put you to work, you're going to be surrounded by a smaller team of people. You're not going to be interacting with the entire studio generally, not unless you're, project manager, a lead artist, director, that sort of thing. They have to know everyone's name. Initially, you should just have to remember the people that you're working with in your team. So what are we doing? That's right, we're finishing the bathroom for the House on the Hollow game. Finally, the house will have a bathroom. We finished setting it up last week on stream, and today we're going to jump into UE4 and we're just going to do the lighting and just do some set pieces. Set pieces, things like towels, soap dishes, perfume bottles, all that sort of stuff, just things to make the room look pretty. So let's jump straight into UE4, shall we? And I'm using Unreal Engine 4.23.1. Epic Games did release a preview version of 4.24, but because I'm working on an actual game that's going into production, they don't recommend you use preview builds for production work because things could be broken. So we're using 4.23.1. The game will have ray tracing when it's released, but it's not being shown here while I'm working because I can't. There's contracts and stuff that don't allow me to do that. So unfortunately, you won't see real-time ray tracing turned on while I work in the engine. And I also really can't go outside of the bathroom or outside of the room I'm working on. But we might cheat. I might just jump out quickly later on because I've got to grab some candles and things. So we'll see how we go. I'm not supposed to though. They'll scream at me, but hey, let them scream. What are they going to do? I can say that because the studio I'm working for is one that I'm involved in, so it's not like I have directors I have to answer to. I don't. Sniper Girl says, went from no bathroom to being stuck in the bathroom. The irony. That's right. Nice irony. So at the moment, the bathroom is really only being lit by this ceiling light, which is why it looks a little dark. So we're going to fix that right now. Now, last week I placed this mirror here, and I thought I was going to put another mirror here. But I don't know if I will now. Sniper Echo says that loosely translates into we get a bathroom but lost the house. Well, I might if you're real good, I might jump out later on. Like I said, I've got to grab some candles and stuff to bring into the bathroom. You might get a glimpse of the rest of the building. And if you really want to see what it looks like, look back on my previous videos on Twitch. Mind you, it has changed a bit since then. Not a lot, but a bit. Yeah, so I was going to put another mirror on this wall over here. So I'm just sort of like looking around my bathroom here to try and work out whether I still want to do that or if I want to do something else. Because we've got a mirror there, we've got a mirror on the wall there, and we've got a mirror here. I don't know it really needs another mirror there. That could be a good wall for us to maybe put some towels, and we created these glass shelves, so it might be good for us to put some glass shelves on that wall. Sniper Echo is saying to Sniper Girl, no way we will get the van in there. No, it's a very tiny bathroom with these creepy angels that are looking at you when you have a bath. So yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to put another mirror there or we're going to put shelving there. I don't think it needs another mirror. I think if we put another mirror there, it's going to start to get a bit overboard with all the mirrors in here. And we need somewhere to put our towels because you can't have a bath without having a towel. Well, at least I can't. Maybe you guys can, but I can't. So will we do the lighting first or will we do the shelving first? Let's do the shelving first, I think. Smurfberry Barbecue says, put a shrine to me in there. So we put a picture of Smurfberry up and little candles below it, some incense burning. Smurfberry wants a shrine. Shelves for upper plebs. Well, again, the bathroom probably doesn't really need shelving because we have all of these 2 vanity units which have a lot of space for you to put all your crap on and cupboards and things. So if it was a real bathroom in a real building, because we have those vanities, we probably wouldn't need shelves on the wall. What do you guys think? I will yield to public opinion. Do you guys want me to put a mirror on that wall or shelving and towels? Tell me what you think. The whole reason for me streaming the making of the game on Twitch is to get feedback from all you guys. So what do you guys want to see? So we can either put a copy of this mirror on this wall, or we can put glass shelves on this wall. This part of the wall, of course, not up here. We put glass shelves up here, no one will ever reach them. We might just jump around. I'll just go into real time here so we can play through the level. Shelves of plebs, does anything have to go there? Well, no, I guess nothing does have to go there. We could leave it blank. That's another option. You got 3 options, guys. A mirror, glass shelves, or nothing. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Okay, let's, I'm just going to go into real time here. Again, my apologies for that noise. That's the the seal that's on this door on the other side, because this room is locked off initially. Actually, I might mute my microphone so you guys don't have to hear it. Not my microphone, sorry. I'll mute the audio going over to OBS. And I can't because OBS is being difficult. Sorry. I have to reset up my hotkeys, I think, for OBS. Sniper Girl says, I think there's enough detail everywhere that nothing would be better. Worried about it looking cluttered. Good point. Smokeberry says, but if something has to go there, then shelves. There's already a mirror in the room. And is there a towel rack? Smokeberry says, what have you linked to there, Smokeberry? Adhesive steel rack. Well, I actually have one of those tacky metal things that hang over your shower. In my bathroom, in my shower, you know, they're like shelving, they're metal. It's probably the thing that you're just linked to, that just hangs over the top of the shower, and I put my shampoo and stuff in there because I have no shelves in my shower, so nowhere to put my shampoo and my conditioner. Let me just move away from the door so we don't have to hear that annoying noise. Smokeberry says, wow, it didn't recognise that as a link, didn't it? It looks like a link to me. Oh, maybe the question mark on the end. Hang on. Let me go out of real time. I'm curious to see exactly what this is. Just copied your link. I really wish Windows didn't have this. Every time you do a copy to clipboard, it comes up with this. I must see if I can turn that off. That's really annoying. Again, if you want to know more about me, you can go to phildoes3d.com and look at my work and links to my social media and all that sort of stuff. Oh, okay. Actually, it looks pretty decent for one of those stick-on things that goes on a wall. Nice and modern. Hopefully it sticks well. That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about those horrible metal things that hang over your shower to put with shelves on to put your shampoo and stuff on. I really should get proper shelves put in the shower, I guess. If I was handy, I could do it myself, but I'm not handy. I can make stuff in 3D. I can create rooms in 3D, but I'm not very I'm not a handy man. Smokeberry says that's not a Windows feature. I think it might be one of the new things with 1909 that Microsoft released, a new update for Windows last week or the week before, that I just recently installed. I haven't noticed it until I installed that. It's obviously a setting somewhere in the panel over here for you to turn off notification. It's a notification, I think. So I'll have to go through and see if I can turn it off because it's really annoying. Every time you do a Control-C to copy something, it pops up. Sniper Echo says, speaking of mirrors, when not using ray tracing, if you have a 2D capture setup in UE4, it can be more performant than a mirror material if you need an almost perfect reflection. I'll have to look into that because that's interesting. I like almost perfect reflections. I'll have to look at using a 2D capture, but the game it will have ray traced reflections for people with RTX cards. But at the moment, the mirrors are using a mirror material. But I'll check that out, Sniper Echo. Sniper says it really depends on the quality you want. Well, I want good quality. I want the best quality all the time. Why are you linking to all of these tower racks, Sniper? Hang on, let me have a look. Oh, it's not. It's TeamViewer doing it. It's not Windows at all. I'll have to check. I updated TeamViewer as well, so it must be TeamViewer that's doing it. By the look of it. Again, very annoying. I wish they wouldn't do stuff like that. Come on, TeamViewer. Don't do that. Don't turn crap on that I don't want on by default. If I've got it turned off, keep it off. What is this? Oh, that's a freestanding tower rack. I guess if you like wood, then yep, that's cool. No, I actually have already created something for the towel rack. It's this thing here. There are actually rings that go on the wall to hold your towel. So that's we actually have to put a couple of them in because the bathroom needs some towels. So I'll leave this blank, but I want to put a towel here. One towel, just one. And I might put one. Might put one here as well, beside the mirror. So you've got a towel here if you use this sink, and you've got a towel here if you use this sink, or if you get out of the bath, you can use either towel. Smurpery says it's a good spot for hand towels when you're on your way out. That's true. Put a towel here because you wash your hands and then the door is right there. We do have a towel pile that I'm also going to put on some of the vanity units. Just for those people that, you know, you got to have more than two towels. You got to have a pile of towels. Now initially I was going to put this wall light in the bathroom, but I actually don't think the bathroom is going to need another light once we set the others up. So if I don't use this in the bathroom, I'll use this in the study probably. There's plenty of rooms left to do in the building that could do with different sort of wall light fittings, so we'll use it somewhere if I don't use it here. I'll decide once I've actually set the lighting up here and see if it needs more lighting. Sniper Echo says, will that towel have any cloth sim on it? No, I'm not going to do cloth sim on the towel. We do have other parts of the building which have cloth sim, like the banners and things that are in the building, upstairs and downstairs. None of the curtains I'm doing cloth sim on because all the windows are closed, so they're not really going to be moving anyway. And there's no reason to have cloth sim on the towel on the wall because it's really not going to be good for the game, important for the gameplay. It's going to slow the engine down a little bit for no reason, no good reason. When we jump outside, I might do some cloth sim out there because we have that Temple of the Winds. I might do something with cloth near that. We'll see how we go. Again, I haven't even thought about the design for that area yet, but it'll come to me when we get there, I'm sure. So let's start putting some towels on the wall. Let's start with this little towel rack. Let's rotate it around. Let's scale it back just a little bit. Maybe we'll just put it over near the vanity unit. Smurfery says, okay, now coat the towel in gold leaf. You guys want gold on everything. I should have just made the walls gold, the floor gold, the vanity units gold, the bathtub gold. Everything should have just been gold. I gave you gold toilet, guys. Enough with the gold. I like gold as much as the next person, but within reason. Again, I'm just scaling this back just a little bit. We're going to move it down a little bit as well. Might move it out just a touch. Make sure we are still intersecting the wall. There we go. Again, it looks like a black towel until we get our lighting sorted. So we've got a towel there. Let's put a towel here beside the mirror as well, I think. That is going to drive me nuts. Little clipboard message. Now I'm keeping it the same height, you'll notice. I'm not altering the height because we want them to stay at the same level. Just going to go into unlit mode for a minute so we can see what we're doing a little bit better. Back into lit mode. Sniper Girl says needs more gold. Smurfberry says Substance Source had a couple of interesting gold leaf materials. Did it? Well, I got some nice gold materials from Sniper Girl, which we've used on a couple of fittings and fixtures. Okay, let us do some lighting before I start doing bits and pieces like towels and perfume bottles and all that sort of stuff, I think. We'll jump to doing some lighting. Let's start with these vanity lights, I think. I'm just going to go with a point light. It's unfortunate that we can actually see in the light bulb, in the actual light fitting. I was hoping we could get away with not putting a light bulb in there. We'll play through and see what it looks like if it's noticeable in a minute. First things first, I want to make some adjustments to the fall off of this light. I think it's a bit strong. So the attenuation radius, let's pull that back. Take it to 350. Now I need to be careful with my attenuation radius here because I want to set these lights to static, and we can't have more than a set number of lights that are static that overlap. Otherwise the engine doesn't like, well, yeah, you just can't do it. If there's static lighting, you can only have so many that overlap, and static lighting is the most performant for the engine, so that's why they're going to be static. Mercury says that light might be just a little bit harsh. Yes, I agree. We will pull it back, don't worry. Happy? Happy, Smurfberry? I might pull up the attenuation. Oh, actually, I can't pull the attenuation up. I might just pull the light up just a little bit. Let's take it to 2. Mercury says 4/7. I don't get it. Am I being dumb? I don't get it. I'm not going to change the color. We'll keep the color white. I'm not going to change the temperature. I might keep those at 0. Let's duplicate the light to the other side. I knew you would do that to me because the light is actually inside the glass. If I can't find it, I'll go to the browser in a minute. Okay, let's duplicate it. We make sure we get these ones right, then we can just duplicate them over here. So I'm just looking around to see if I want to make any adjustments. In fact, I'm just going to jump in and play in the level so I can look at it that way. It'll be easier for me. I might look at that 2D material because I really don't like the reflection capture, what it does here for the mirror. So we'll look into that sniper echo. At least for people that don't play it with ray tracing turned on. I think yeah, no, that's okay. I was worried I'd have to put a bulb in there, but I don't think I do necessarily. I don't think people would notice a bulb in there anyway, particularly. I might need to make some adjustments to the material though. So, just going to look at the material here we're using, the glass lamps. Come on, you can do it. There we go. I'm just trying to determine if I want to up the emissive on it or not. Let's sort of get these positioned where we can see them both. Wait for Unreal to compile the shader. Come on, Unreal. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, it's not that complicated a shader. Just trying to remember where else I've used this material, so I just have to be careful that I don't overdo it. I may have to make a different copy. So I think I used it in the lamps outside. Let's just play in the editor again. That's a bit better. They need to be just a little bit brighter. Because if there's a light source in there, they're going to be quite bright. The glass is going to be quite lit. Okay, let me find those light and we can move them over to the other side. Okay, let's duplicate it one more time. Android Lust, it's good to see you. How are you, buddy? I hope you're well. How's your net going? I know you were having problems with your internet last week. 160p stream again for me? Oh no, you're still having problems with your internet. You're great though? Well, that's good to hear. I'm sorry your internet's not great. Oh. So I'm just a bit of a blurry mess for you, I guess, at 160p. That's okay. Better for this to be blurred than clear. It's a blessing in disguise. Snappy Girl says you're a mess regardless of the resolution. That's exactly right. I am a mess. A mess. Okay, now I want to bring some lights into these as well. So we're going to jump outside. Shh, don't tell the guys at the studio. But I'm going to try and do it as quickly as I can. So I'm going to jump directly this way to get to the front. There we go. And I want to copy one of the lights from here. You're telling. Because I want to copy the colour. And pull that light back into where the bathroom is. Sniper Girl says, can I have an email so I can tell on you? That's nice, that is. Oh no, I'm going everywhere I shouldn't be going. I'm showing you way too much. That's just charming, that is. She wants to tell on me. Just for that, we stay in this black room while I move things around. Bathroom, that's where we're going. I've lost my light. Where did my light go? There it is. Let's take it down because we don't want it way up there. Andrew Dust says, so I sculpted something for another streamer a few days ago. Can you show us? It looks nasty and funny, Android Lust says. If you can show us, pop it in the gallery, Android Lust, but if you can't show us, then I understand. I'm curious now, though. You can show? Pop it in the gallery. Well, actually, or you can pop it in Twitch chat. You're a sub, I think, so you've got access to posting links in Twitch chat if you want. Or you can pop it in the gallery on Discord. It's pure fan art. Show us. We want to see. Throw it in the gallery? Cool. Do that and I'll show it off. I have you guys know I always have Discord open while I stream as well as Twitch chat. For all those people that that want to show their work or that aren't subbed to my channel, you can throw it in the gallery in Discord. Let me make sure I get this light in the middle. As close to the middle as I can. You can sort of tell by the shadow it's casting as to how you're positioning, whether your positioning is correct or not. It will burn your eyes, Android Lust says. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Now I was going to throw reduce the radius of this light because I think it's a bit too big. I do want some shadow hitting the bathtub though, so I'm pulling it back just so we have a bit of a shadow here. I must remember to set the lights to static as well. It's movable because it was part of that that light fitting that's in the hallway, and that's actually a physics object that moves, so that's why the light fitting had to be movable, but we don't need movable, we can make it static. Here. Sniper Girl says probably won't be here too much longer. I think I'll clock out about 15 to 20 minutes and don't have my computer down here yet. No problem. I don't know how you survive without a computer, Sniper Girl. It would drive me insane. Like, we had a power outage here not that long ago for a few hours, so I couldn't use my PCs for a couple of hours, and I was climbing the walls. I could not stand it. Not being able to use my PC it just drove me nuts. You don't realise just how much you use something until you can't. I'm just looking for this light. It's probably way up here. It's going to be grouped with the rest of them in the rest of the building. So once I find it. Android Lust says, gearing up for the job, Sniper Girl. She's actually already there, I think. She said she's already there. She's watching the stream while she's at work. Okay, there it is. I'm just going to move this light fitting to the bathroom subfolder. That'll make it easier for us to find. Let's duplicate. Do I want to make any other changes? The intensity. Do I want to pull back on the intensity? No. We'll leave it at that. We'll see how we go. Let's duplicate it. And bring it over. No. Stop that. Bring it over to this light. Andrew Loss says, awesome. Sniper Girl says, looking at docs and the game today. Also had orientation. Andrew Loss says, I bet you're super excited right now. Sniper Girl says, yeah. It is. It's very exciting. I'm just trying to decide if I need to pull back on the intensity of these lights a bit. I think they might be a bit bright. close all that down so it's easy for me to get back to where I need to be. So instead of 5,000, let's try 2,000. Again, I'm going to play in editor so I can get a better look at what's going on. Move away from that terrible noise. Oh, what's it complaining about here? Just let me check this error message for a minute. Has to be movable if you'd like to add. I think it might be complaining because the lights that I copied here are actually copied from, I think it's a grouped physics object, and I think it's still thinks it's part of the group. Sniper Girl says, seeing the concept art is nice and unbelievable. Just let me fix this and I'm going to check out the image that Android Lust popped in the gallery. Oh, he says it's not suitable for work. I don't want to. I want to keep the stream family friendly, so I'm not sure if I should actually show it on stream. Oh, hang on, that's not too bad. No, that's cool. I'll show that in a minute. But before I do that, I just want to fix these light fittings. So what I'm going to do here is, instead of mucking around trying to detach it from the physics object, I'm just going to Sniper Girl says, yeah, not suitable for work, please don't show it. It doesn't look that bad. It's a bit gross, but is there something I'm missing that I should be seeing? Android Lost says, wait, it's not suitable for work, so it's fine for work. Sniper Girl says, because yeah, I'm at work. Okay. Do you think I shouldn't show it on the stream? I mean, it doesn't look too bad. Look, I won't show it on the stream because I do want to keep the stream family friendly. Not that I think there's particularly anything wrong with it, but if you want to see the art that Android Lust has popped into the gallery. Oh, so you should have said it's safe for work. You can show it. Sexy Saxophones, Mercury says. Sniper Girl says, not in Discord. Oh, you're not in Discord. Alright, I'll show it. Because I don't think... It's not bad. It's fine. In a minute. Just let me fix these lights first. So I'm going to throw in a point light. Move it to our bathroom folder. And I'm just going to copy the settings from these lights over, so Android Lost is pretty gross, saying eat in Discord. I'll check. We will check it in 2 secs. So we got a 50 and a 4. And I want the slide to be static. Epic Games changed how you set the value to lights between an older version, which this is set to, and the new versions. So anyway, we'll play with that in 2 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that light. Again, I don't know if it's an engine thing, but because I have music set to the main menu, anytime I delete an object in the level, it starts the main menu music. So I'm just going to play the level, which will stop it, and stop the level. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why it does that. But because I have music set to the main menu, anytime I delete an object in the game level, for some reason it sets the music playing from the main menu. It is a bug, maybe. Phil's fault, Sniper Girl says, it's always my fault, isn't it? It could be a bug. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know why it's doing it. It might be a bug. It's not a big deal. I mean, it only happens when I'm editing here in the editor. And I can work around it just by playing the level and stopping it. It stops the music. It's something to do with one of the sound cues, I think, the way that the cues are loaded up, these audio cues, whatever they call them. I can't remember quite now. What are they called? Yeah, anyway, I think that's the problem. Something to do with the audio cue. Let's pull back on the intensity here. Let's go to 2.5. Okay, we want to remove that one and replace it, so let's duplicate the light again. Let's delete that one. Blowing a bit of a gale here again today for some reason. It's very, very windy outside. Every time I go to move the camera and I end up moving the light. Okay, I'm just going to do a play in editor again. I know it's annoying, but this is the best spot for me to get a good overview of the bathroom, so I'm sorry about that sound. Now, I've got to try and work out what is going on here. Why am I getting this error? Hanging light, final 5. I wonder if I moved the wrong light. I bet you I did, you know. Sniper Echo says, you know 5 years and I think I know every piece of music played on this stream by heart. You're probably right. I can turn the music off if you guys find it more annoying than useful. Static mesh component 0. Static mesh component 0. It's the first time I've seen this error pop up, and I'm sure it's because of something I did just before. Physics constraint actor 1. Alright, let's go back over to where that light fitting was. I have a feeling it's that that's causing an issue. Again, yep, this was the right one.
The setting could hardly be more perfect. New
Movable.
minds, new vision for the world. An unparalleled blending of science.
Okay, it's complaining about this. It's a physics object. It should be movable, not static.
A computer can take over much of this control work and do it.
Again, I'm just going to stay here and play in the editor. I want to make sure that that is actually still going to be moving properly like it should be. Let's see how we go. And these are very subtle though, these lights, they don't move a lot, and it takes a little while for them to get going. No, it's still complaining. Why? Movable. 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 Hanging light final 5 static mesh component. Hanging light final has to have simulate physics enabled. Give me a minute here. It's complaining about this light. It's talking about hanging light final, which is this one. Okay, it's complaining that I don't have simulate physics turned on, which is correct, but why it turned it off, I don't know. Should not have done that. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that's better, it's moving like it should be. You can sort of tell if you look at the shadow that's above the doorway. It's the shadow from the light. It'll start to rotate a little bit in a minute. Sniper Girl says, I don't even hear the music. Think it's due to the volume is down and listening to in-game music while here. Yeah, because there is sound effects playing at the moment while I play live as well. So, and my music, I don't have it very loud because you're supposed to be listening to me, not to the music. I only have the music there for those very rare times when I'm not talking, which are very, very rare, just to fill in the dead air. Android Lost says, I vote to keep the music on, but the music is also pretty low for me. Completely fine. Okay. Sniper Echo says, yeah, 100%. 100% I'd miss the music, to be honest. Sniper Girl says, think I'm going to check out. Was nice seeing you. Thank you for being here, Sniper Girl. I'll be back on tomorrow if you want to catch a few minutes of my stream. But you have a good night. And I'm glad the move went well. I'm glad the job's going well. Sniper Girl says, may or may not be at work tomorrow when you stream. Oh, okay. Don't know yet. If you are, hopefully I'll see you. Otherwise, I'll be back next week. Sniper Girl says, bye. See you, Sniper Girl. Have a good night. Android Lust says, see you. Smurfberry says, LOL. So, yeah, our light is moving. That's all good. Let me stop the play in editor. And we're not getting that error message again now. So that's good. Let's jump back into where I should be and not in the rest of the building. No. No. Where am I? No. I'm lost. I'm lost. Ooh, you might get to see more of it than I intended because I can't work out where I am. Here. This is where I want to be. We're going to check out the image that Android Lust popped into the gallery. Again, anyone new to my channel, you can join the Discord server, the Phil Does 3D Discord server. Just click the link that I popped into chat, or at any time afterwards, you can click the link below my stream in my panels that says join the Phil Does 3D Discord. So if you're watching this stream back through my videos section, you can join the Discord that way. That is so creepy. Man, it's a great model. I love it. I love the texturing as well. I think it's the eyes. The eyes are just... but really nice work. Love it. Love the design. I like the texturing. It is disturbing, but it's the eyes, I think, that make it particularly disturbing. Oh, man. Nice work, though, Android Lust. What did you do this for? Was this for another streamer, you said? Never thought you'd make something like that? Well, it's always good to make something you didn't think you would, that you don't normally do. I like the fact you've dirtied up his cap as well. It's nice texturing work. And I like this stubble as well on his face. Little piggy nose. All of it, I like it all. I like the texturing, I like the veins along the eyes. It all looks really cool. Disturbing but cool. It's for a streamer, it's his avatar. It's one he drew. Okay, so it's a streamer's avatar. Cool. Pardon me. See, that's why my avatar's just Eggbot there. But it's very cool. Hopefully he liked it because I love it. I think it looks great. Nice work, nice job. Okay, you've just popped a link to the original here in Discord. Let's have a quick look at that. But oh no, it wants me to log into Discord. You guys jump on Discord to look at the original. I don't know why it won't show up for me. I see you rendered it out nice and large as well because I'm on a 4K screen and I didn't have to do any zooming at all, so it's nice. It's a nice big render. But it looks cool. Looks really cool. It was 4K. Yeah, I thought it must have been because I did. Like I said, I didn't have to do any scaling. So, oh, okay, cool. And this is, pardon me. This is the original that Android Lost worked to. I think you nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Yeah, you really did. He's got to be happy with that because I think you nailed it. Looks great. Sniper Echo says, "Wow, he did certainly nail it. Looks great. Really nice work." Thanks for showing it off. Remember guys, if you've got any work you want me to show, please feel free to pop it in the gallery. You don't have to, I don't have to show it if you don't want me to. If you just want to pop it into the gallery and so other people on Discord can check it out. If you don't feel comfortable with me showing it on stream, that's fine, I get it. But if you want me to, just pop it in the gallery, let me know and I'll show it off. Yeah, no, you've done a great job, Android Lust, and I love it. Thanks again for letting me show it on the stream. And he must be happy with that, because I think you've done a great job. I love the texturing work. And you followed the concept art really well. Okay, now we have to decide if this room needs any other lights. But I do want to bring some candles in. He loved it? Good to hear. I'm sure he would. You did a good job. I want to bring some candles in here to get a bit more lighting happening on the angels and around the bottom of the bath. So just before I do that, I'm going to do a save all, because you know we haven't done one, and I turn auto save all. We are going to sneak outside again. Not too far. I just want to bring in some of these candles. Because we've used them in the other parts of the building, so they won't be out of place in here. I mean, I have a candle in my bathroom, so when I have a shower I can put the candle on if I don't want to put the main bathroom light on. And I occasionally I do that, so not unusual to have candles in the bathroom. So let's put one over here near the bath. I'm just going to duplicate it again. And move one just a bit forward. Just so it's an interesting little grouping around the bottom of the angel. I'm still deciding if I'm going to put the like a plinth or something under the angel that she stands on, or if I'm just going to leave her sitting on the floor like that. I haven't really decided yet. Be right back in a few. No problems, Android Lust. We're going to duplicate these again because we want one either side of the bathtub. Now I'm just going to go through here and make some adjustments to my lights to make sure that they are static and things like that. So bathroom. Point light. Okay, these are the angel statues. That one's static. That one's static. Selfless one, hello to you. How are you? It's good to see you, Selfless one. I just gotta where are these lights? I'm trying to find them here and I can't see them. So hello to you, Selfless one, as well. It is good to see you. Where did I put these lights? Why aren't they showing up? What's going on? What's going on? Who am I? Where am I? What's going on? Bill's having a senior moment. I'm looking for these light fittings and I should have had they were in the bathroom. But I don't see them. It's not the light, they're meshes, so that's not it. There should be 4 of them. Oh, it's so annoying. Where did I put them? Did I not move them? I did not move them. So let's fix that now. I'm just going to move these into the bathroom subfolder. so that they'll be easier to find. And again, I'm just going to make sure that these are set to static. I've got to check to make sure we're not going to have too many overlaps though. So that one, point low. So if I set those to static, that's 3 that will be overlapping. That will be 4. But that 4th one doesn't overlap this one in this corner, so it'll still only be 3 that are overlapping, so that should be okay. Let's see, the engine should tell me if I have any overlaps anyway. It'll X one of the lights if you've got more than 4, I think, that overlap from memory. You can't have more than 4. These ones should be fine because they're a bit further away from the others, but same thing, we'll set those to static. So static. I'm just looking at the angel statues to decide if it needs any more lighting or not. Or any adjustments to the lighting. I don't think I brought in a normal map for the statue, and I'm just thinking it really probably does need a normal map. Looking a bit glossy for stone. So I'm just going to check the material. Yeah, we only have a color map here. I'm going to take a constant, pump that into the specular. Just so we get rid of that shine that was happening on her face, because yeah, again, stone is not shiny, not unless it's wet. I may bring a normal map in for her, or I may not. I'll decide that a little bit later on. If I can avoid bringing in another map, I will. I'd rather have, to use the least amount of memory, I'd rather have fewer maps than too many. And if we can get away with not using a normal map, I won't use one. But if I think it needs one, I'll bring one in later. Because things like the a lot of the fabric, I don't use normal maps on a lot of the fabric. And a lot of the plants, I don't use normal maps on those either. The indoor plants, that is, not the outdoor ones. Just to try and save on a bit of memory. Again, I'm going to pull back into this corner so I can get an overview and see if we need to make any alterations anywhere. Selfless One says, doing well. Hello chat, how's it going? It's good to hear you're doing well. So yeah, we need to decide if we're going to use these lights we actually created for the bathroom, if the bathroom needs them or not. So again, I'm going to jump into play in editor mode and just wander around the bathroom here a little bit and look at what's going on to see if it needs more lighting. Might be a little dark over in this corner. I'm just trying to decide if we need a light here or not. We probably don't.
You mean the world to me. Everything that I can see you, everything that I can feel you are my dreams.
I might just rebuild the reflection captures as well, I think. So I'm just going to do a quick rebuild on the reflection captures. Go back and play in editor again. Again, we've got water on the ground because when I turn ray tracing on, that'll pick up some really nice reflections. Trying to work out what that is. This big circle here, I'm just not sure what that is. Sniper Echo says, so I gifted a guy a copy of Substance Painter earlier today and he cried. Oh, that's nice. That was nice of you, Sniper Echo. And he cried. Well, that's not good. It's good to see he appreciated it. No good deed. Sniper Echo says Android Lust says it's a portal. And it was nice of him, wasn't it, Android Lust? Yeah, I can't work out what that reflection is actually. That has got me a bit stumped. They're the candles. Something to do with this light, I think. But what, I don't know. Yeah, because there's one over here as well, on this wall. Something to do with these two lights. It's very strange. So I think what's in the middle of it is that. Why is it doing that? Why? Actually, you can see it in the mirror as well. But only in that mirror, not in this mirror. So what's that all about? What's it reflecting? What's going on there? Is it something to do with this reflection capture? It shouldn't be. Selfless One says post-processing volume per room or one unbound. There's actually two post-processing volumes. There is one that encapsulates the entire level, but I also have another post-processing volume which is in a sub-menu, which is in a level that sits below this one. It's not actually a playable level. It's a level that's for the menu, the main menu, the in-game menu. So when you go into the in-game menu, the pawn gets possessed in the level below or in the room below, which is where I set up the actual background for the in-game menu. So there are two post-process volumes. One is set to unbound, which is the one that's the main mono on the main level, and then the lower one is bound, and it's also a lower priority. Because you know how you can set different priorities on post-process volumes? The one with the highest priority takes precedence over the one with the lower priority. Sniper Echo says, been learning 3D modeling for a year to the day. I joked once, he said, I joked once and said I'd buy Painter if he kept practicing. Well, so good on you. Selfless One says, we do the same for our game. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's a good way to do it because you can set up a specific environment for your menu background, which is what I do. So I don't think it's the post-process volume, it's something to do with the reflection capture and the light. Only happening... Yeah, it's strange. Very strange. Why it's doing that? Why do this? I'm just going to... I might play with one of the lights and see if it makes any difference here. We'll see if we can try and narrow it down. But that was very good of you, Sniper Echo, to do that and to stick to that. Galen, it's good to see you, Galen. How are you? How have you been? Galen says, how appropriate watermarks in the tub. The tub is dirty. Not that you can see it with this preview written all over it, but the tub and the sink, they are quite dirty. I didn't want to make the stuff too clean, so they're a bit dirty. Yeah, we didn't want to completely clean bathroom. We wanted to add a bit of dirt. But it's good to see you, Galen. I hope you're well. Sniper Echo says to Galen, hey mate. Android Lost says, well, Galen. Sniper Echo says, rebuild the light. Maybe. I won't do it while I'm streaming because it takes forever. I haven't done just a lighting rebuild. Generally when I do a rebuild, I rebuild all. And I don't generally do that till I've done quite a bit of new work to rebuild the lighting for. I'm just trying to read what it says there. It does say I've got, let's say 678 unbuilt objects. That can't be right. Not in one room. So yeah, and it takes the engine about 4 hours to do a rebuild, a complete rebuild so far. It's only going to get longer the more I add to it as well. I wish GPU accelerated light baking was defaulted into the engine. Epic Games are looking at including that. GPU light map baking to speed up the rebuilds, but it's not there yet. There is that other... You can install that plugin that the other guy made who now works for Epic Games, but I don't know if it's compatible with the new version of the engine. And I don't generally like to use plugins if I can avoid them. Galen says, but you might be right, Sniper Echo, it may go away with a lighting rebuild. Galen says, just here. Sniper Echo says, I joke a lot, but it's always good to recognise people's effort. It is. And it was very nice of you to do that for him as Sniper as well. And it's a great program, so he'll get a lot of use out of it, I'm sure. Sorry, I'm just distracted by OBS over here. I'm trying to think why my mute button for my audio from my computer isn't not working. Selfless One says each light adds to object count. Yeah, but I didn't add that many lights. I only added 4. Well, no, 6. 8. I added 8 lights. How can there be 678 unbuilt objects? Oh, yeah, no, I don't get it. Maybe it's because once you add new lighting, it needs to rebuild for the entire level, whether the light hits that object or not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'll work it out when I go to rebuild the lighting, but yeah, what I might do is I might just play with one of the lights a little bit to see if we can work out if it affects that at all. If it doesn't, then what I'll do is I'll rebuild the lighting in a while. It won't be until we finish the master bedroom, because I don't want to wait 4 hours for it to rebuild. And we'll see if that takes care of it. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to have to troubleshoot to try and work out what is going on there. And like I said, the same with the reflection here in the mirror. We don't get that odd reflection happening in this mirror. or in this mirror where we can see both the lights, but we are getting it here. So it's strange. It is strange. Galen says, nice disco dance party in that corner. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I should not be doing that. I don't know what that reflection is. I'm pretty sure it's the light here. But why it's doing it, I don't know. Because, yeah, I think this light here is doing the same thing over here. It's just hidden a bit behind the plant. I'll do another rebuild on the reflection captures just to make sure. Because they rebuild quickly. Yeah, no, it's not the reflection captures. And I'm just going to play with one of these light fittings to see if I can, to see if it makes any difference at all. So we want, oh hang on, one of these is set to stationary. Which one is that? Which one is that? That should be set to static. Sniper Echo says if you go into that debug light, setting to see, I can't remember what it's called exactly. You're talking about the show flags here. Yeah, I don't know if any of these are really going to help. I'm wondering whether it's the source radius that's causing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move back here and I'm going to make an adjustment to the source radius. That's exactly what it is. You see when I turn the source radius to 0 it disappears. Oh no, it didn't. My apologies. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So it's not the source radius. So it won't be that. Cast shadows. Cast static shadows. Visible. It might it could be some sort of bug in the engine as well. I don't think it is. I'll wait till I do a rebuild on the lighting. We'll see if I've still got that problem. We can come back and look at it after I've done that, once we've done the master bedroom, which is what we're going to do after we finish the bathroom. In the meantime, I'm just going to continue on with finishing the bathroom all. It's got me, it's bugging me though. I want to know why it's doing that. I really should move on to finishing the bathroom. We can come back to it. I'll try and look up to see if I can find what could be causing that in the meantime. Because once we finish the bathroom, we're going to move on to the master bedroom upstairs. And then I'll do a rebuild on the lighting and then we can look at the problem later down the road. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Sniper Echo says, yeah, I don't know if any of these... will help me. I've got light influence, which is Sniper says it's in the game when you hit play, or you can hit play on stream. You know, let's play in the editor. Let's see if it actually is. I think it was though from memory when we played. Yeah, it's still showing up in the editor as well. I'm assuming it's that light, but like, because that looks like the lamp she's holding to me, but that makes no sense either. Why would that be showing up like that? Makes no sense. I wonder if it's got something to do with the material that the lamp is. Again, it shouldn't be that material. I'm reusing the material I used outside for the hanging chandelier thingies, so it shouldn't be a material problem, which would be the only other thing I could think could cause an issue. That is definitely that thing in the middle of the round circle is definitely this light bitting. That's weird. Galen says reflection of the blue aura of the coloured shade of the lamp. I don't know. I really don't know. I've not come across this before. It's only those lights too. You see the other lights reflecting in the tiles here. Like they're the candles on the ground. They're the lights that are back here on the vanity unit up here. None of those are causing a problem. It's just this light. So what's different about this light compared to these lights? There's not a lot I can see that's different. So I'm just going to do some comparisons between the different lights to see if I can see if there's an issue that's something that's different between them that might be causing the problem. Okay, so that's one of the ones back on the back wall. That's one of the angel ones. Intensity unit. I'm not really seeing anything different that could be causing an issue. Static. No, there's no difference. Apart from the colour, there's no difference. Hang on, what's this here? Okay, it's a source radius, which I may actually pull up on these while I'm doing this. Completely unrelated to what the problem is. I just want to make some changes to these lights here on the vanities. I might just pull up a little bit on the source radius and the soft source radius for 20. Now that's interesting. Gannon says try changing the colour to white to see if it changes. I'll do that in 2 secs. I just want to get the these lights. That's interesting. You see what's that source radius is actually, that's why I thought it was the source radius before, is actually affecting the reflection in the mirror. Which I guess is correct. You probably would get light reflecting from a light next to a mirror like that anyway. I think. Maybe it's a bit strong though, so let's knock it back. Let's try 5. Let's try 2. Let's do this one as well. 5 and 2. And this one, oops. And this one. Okay. I wonder if it's... I was going to say, I wonder if it's the light attached to the particle effect here, but I don't believe it is. Yeah, look, you can see it here now too. So it's there, it's there. Depending on the angle you get at, you can see the reflection pretty much everywhere. Why? Let's try Galen's suggestion. I'm just going to change the lighting colour. I'm pretty sure it is this light though. Sphere reflection captures. Yeah, actually that could be it actually. Because I do have the main reflection capture here, but it's not a sphere reflection, it's a box reflection, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a box reflection. Yeah, it is. This one's a box reflection, which is for all of the furniture. And then we have sphere reflections close to the mirror to get a nice reflection on the actual mirror surface itself. So you could be right. I wonder if it is that that's causing it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn hidden in-game on. And I'm just going to play the level here. Okay, so that didn't make a difference to that one. So I don't know if it is the reflection captures. We will double check though. Well, I'll turn them off or I'll turn them all off, and then we'll jump into the game level and see if that is the problem. But if we can't work it out, we'll come back to it. No, it's not the reflection captures because I've turned all the reflection captures off. I'll try turning the main reflection capture off in the middle as well. Just to be sure. No, you are correct. It's the main reflection capture in the middle of the room. So let's turn the others back on. We'll keep that one turned off because that's the one causing the issue. I've noticed actually with this version, with version 4.23 of the Unreal Engine, it does seem to have a problem with the reflection captures because every time you reload the level, it says reflection captures need to be rebuilt. and it never seems to save them. So I don't know if that's a bug in 4.23 of the engine. It might be. So let's just turn these back on. Keep the middle one all and play the level and see again to make sure that that is the issue, and that is certainly the issue. Apart from, I don't know why we're getting that in the reflection, but that is to do with the soft radius, so I know how to fix that. And that has fixed those problems. So it's the main reflection capture. For some reason, this reflection capture is causing the issue. And it's a reflection box. We'll come back to it. I want to finish setting up the bathroom though, so that we can start moving on to the master bedroom. And once I've done a rebuild on the lighting, or between now and then, I'll look at why that reflection capture is causing that issue. Like I said though, I have noticed that there's a problem with reflection captures in Unreal 4.23. I'm using .23.1, but it was in .23 as well, .0. That every time you reload a level, it wants you to rebuild the reflection captures. So it might be a bug in the engine. But we will move on and come back. So we need to put a few bits and pieces around. Let's start with some towels. Maybe some towels in this corner down here might look cool. Make them a little bit smaller. Let's rotate them around. Sniper says rebuilding the lighting should fix that, I believe. I think you might be right. I think you are correct. I think once we do a rebuild on the lighting, it should be okay. Perfume bottles. Yes, we've got perfume bottles, Galen. Android Lust says, I'd love to give input, but it's a blurry, buffery mess. Now I've just got to try and work out what angle I want to show my towels off at. Oh, we can have some at different angles, it doesn't really matter. Let's move them into the corner. Make sure they're sitting down on the cabinet. Might rotate them around just a little bit more. No. Galen says, with the old squeeze bulb? No, they're not. They're quite boring. Let's pull a couple of the perfume bottles in, actually. They're quite boring perfume bottles. I know the one you're talking about, Galen. Oops. And they would look cool, but I didn't want to model. I didn't model it up. I could model one of them up at a later date if I wanted to, I guess. One of those sort of perfume bottles with the squeezer. Let's make this bigger. Big bottle of perfume. And I have no labels on these perfume bottles either. Again, I could put labels on if I wanted to. We might come back and put them on later, but I don't know if they actually need them. And let's pull in the other perfume bottle. We might make this one a little bit smaller. Trying to work out how I want my grouping to look, like what angle I want it. Maybe like that. And let's bring in a soap dish, because why not? It's one of those seashell soap dishes. Let's turn it toward the sink though. Make sure it's sitting down on the sink. I didn't make a lot of different objects for the bathroom, unfortunately. And I do want to make these cupboards openable as well, so when the player is searching through the building they can open them up. And I haven't made any of the interior bits and pieces for, like the things you can pick up once you open the cupboards yet. That's okay, we've got plenty of time. So let's duplicate these as well so I can bring them over to the other vanity unit. Let's rotate them around. I might just make some alterations to this. I'm just going to I might just change the colour of these bottles to a red as opposed to a yellow. Perfume can be red, can't it? I don't know. Oops, wrong one. Maybe not. Anyway, I picked them up. They're actually in the marble there. Can perfume be red? I know perfume can be yellow. I'm trying to think of my aftershave. There's a brownie sort of coloured one that I have. I'm assuming perfume can be red. Let's actually let's change it to the sherry. The darker red might be more better. I just want to reuse materials as much as I can, as opposed to making new ones. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a few more bits and pieces just to scatter around the bathroom. I don't know what yet. Towels. I don't know if we need to put any more towels anywhere. Yeah, actually, I need to. I wonder actually if I've got anything I can put on these little shelves that I've already made for the rest of the building. So I'm just going to check. Interior. I just don't know if any of this will be suitable for a bathroom. Maybe some of these things. Probably not the vases, but maybe these little decorative pieces, they could go in here. Why not? So let's put one up here. Let's put one. Let's put one over here. What else we got? Let's put a glass here as well, because if you're brushing your teeth, you'd probably want a glass to rinse your mouth out with, wouldn't you? Well, just undo that. Okay, what else we got? A rubber ducky, Galen says. We should put the rubber ducky in the bath. What else? Okay, what about... What about you? Now we have used these in other parts of the building. So long as I don't overuse them, I think we can get away with it. I've only used them in a couple of other spots in the building, so we should be okay. I don't think people will particularly notice. I might just rotate this around so it's on a bit of an angle, because it just makes a more interesting silhouette. Okay, over here. What else do we have? I'm just thinking we could put some flowers or something here in this corner. That might look interesting. We've got a couple of different vases here. So make sure I don't put it in the mirror. I'm just not sure what plants do I have that I could put in. We don't need to put a plant in there. The vase on its own will probably be okay. I always want to see if there is anything interesting as far as plants go that might look cool. Okay. I just want to find my tulips. I think tulips might look cool. I just can't remember where I put them. Story of my life. Flowering pot plants. Oh, there they are. Yeah, maybe some tulips might look cool. My favourite flower. I love tulips. They're so pretty. I might just pull this soap dish over and forward a little bit. Let's just do a play in editor. Galen says, what's better than roses on your piano, tulips on your organ? Galen. Man. I like that. Sorry you couldn't resist? No, I'm glad you did it. It's very funny. Very funny. Okay. So ignoring the big circles, what I'm doing is just seeing if there's any other bits and pieces that might look good to put on these, on top of these vanity units. So let's go back. I'm not seeing a lot else. I might. I think what I'll do is I'm going to copy. Yeah, I'm going to copy this and bring one down a bit lower as well. We can have more than one of these things in the room, that's fine. Just felt that this area looked a little empty. What I might do here is I might scale this one up a bit. Better. I just want to fill up that area a bit more. Galen says my eye keeps being drawn to the empty shelf above the towels. Yeah. You're talking about here. I agree. I'm just trying to see if I just don't know if I've got anything here that I could put there, or if I need to make something else and bring it in. I know exactly what you mean. What else do I have that might be good? Not a lot. I may have to make something specific for the shelves. Galen says praying angel. You're talking about no, not her. She's out the front. I can't reuse her, unfortunately. If I hadn't already used her in the main entrance, then that would have been cool. But yeah, no, she's quite big, and she's at the main entrance, right between the main gates inside the building. And I do have the smaller angel, but again, I've used her upstairs a couple of times. This one here, so I can't really use her either. Can't be a clock. Not the clocks we've already used anyway, because they'll be too noticeable. We've got these framed butterflies. I mean, we could use one of those. Butterfly pick, Galen says. Yep. Sniper says, how about that bird with we shelved a while back? No, we use the bird still, Sniper. You're talking about the eagle. You cheeky. You're going to get a slap in a minute. Yes, the poor eagle. We killed the eagle. One of the butterfly pictures. Yeah, I think one of the butterfly pictures is probably is the best. If at a later date I don't like it, I can always make something new and we can bring it in then. Gotta make sure I get my scale uniform. Stop that. There we go. Let's just bring it forward a bit. Make sure it is sitting down on the shelf. I might just rotate it around a little bit so it's not completely centered. Remember I said to you guys, it's always better if things aren't completely, if they're a little off, it looks more believable. Very rarely, unless you go into someone's house who's incredibly anal, will things be completely in the middle of everything. So remember when we were setting up the tables, when we were working on this last year, I said I'll off-center them a little bit because it makes for a more interesting looking grouping. I may even just make this a bit bigger, I think, as well. That's one big butterfly. So, I think we might have had... I don't think we need to add anything more anywhere in here. I don't think there's any adjustments I want to make to the lighting. You still think no shelves here, guys? We've got those glass shelves we never used. Yeah, I guess we don't want to make it too busy. It is quite a small room. We don't want to overload it too much. I think we could probably call our bathroom pretty much done. We'll work out the problem. Once I do a rebuild on the lighting, we'll see if that fixes the reflection capture. I'm just going to do another build on the reflection captures to be sure. So yeah, once I do a rebuild on the lighting, we'll see if that fixes the reflection captures. But I don't think there's really anything more we need to add to our bathroom. I think we can say that our bathroom is done, so you guys can now use the bathroom. you have a functioning working bathroom in the building. You don't have to go into the forest anymore. You don't have to use leaves because there's toilet paper there for you as well. You're spoiled. Spoiled. I think we might leave it there though for today, guys and girls. When I come back tomorrow, because I'll be streaming again at 5 p.m. tomorrow, we'll probably start working on assets for the master bedroom, which is going to be upstairs, right toward the back of the building. So we'll start working on the assets for that tomorrow. We'll probably end up, I'll either be UV mapping in Rhizome and texture mapping in Substance Painter, or modeling in Max and texture mapping in Substance Painter, but one of those two. You cannot believe the day has come. That's right, Sniper Echo. So I do want to thank you guys and girls so very much for hanging out with me and for watching. I will be back on again tomorrow. We will start on the master bedroom. You guys and girls have a great night, great night, great day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys.